All right, testing.
You're right.
Testing. One,
It is
two,
the bird
three.
teams, the Falcons and the Cardinals. Birds.
Hey!
Troopers just saying hello.
Bad. Gigi. Bad.
All right. Well, as my mug says, let's be fierce and have a great show. Welcome, everybody, to the Windy City Fantasy Football.
It's finally come to this. After the director apparently needs to be involved. After 16 weeks, I'll get the math right eventually. After 16 weeks of regular season games and working into the playoffs, we finally come to championship week.
Yes.
And it's been a while. 15 weeks, and then the 16,
and then last week
was 16.
That was the final round.
Yeah.
Right. But
Okay.
Then, okay.
He's
Last
fact checked it.
Last week was 16
Last
total.
week was 16. Yes.
So this is
All
the
right.
17th week.
Okay. So
Some people are more excited than others for this week.
that's true.
So let's find
Two
out.
people are very, very happy, and 2 people are like, well, okay.
That sucked. So let's go over last
Week's
results.
semifinal results. Yay!
So here are the top 2 ones.
I have a cat butt in my face.
Okay, Devontae's Inferno had 178.4. Soldier Field had 165.16.
By far the highest scores of the week
Hey, Becky.
versus each other.
Yes. And then, second game,
You can just look on your
you
sheet.
can just look on your sheet. Where are you going? Come on, don't derail. Don't derail.
The second one was Breezes the Word had 84.72, and King Henry had 135.1.
Yes.
So King Henry defeated Reese's the Word.
So the number 1 seed and the number 3 seed are going to play each other for the championships. Other winners of the week were Tailor Made over What the Heckler, Stafford Infection over Herbert's Heroes, Chicago Mama Bear over the INF Krakens, and Lamar Lemarier over I Gotta Win. So that brings us to playoffs.
Playoffs.
Austin and Matt had the high scores of the week playing each other. And Austin now takes his 10-game winning streak to the championship game. Sue's season, which she led our league most of the season, has come to a disappointing end. And that's why we call it frustrating football. And so the final is going to be Austin and Carson for the championship and trophy.
Yes. I was unable to maintain any dominance in the playoffs. And as Jen did not make the playoffs, unfortunately, the trophy will not be residing here next season. Which is why we'd like to take this opportunity to announce that we will no longer be doing the Windy City Fantasy Football Show, and that this will be our second to final episode. Okay, maybe not true.
I've got some beachfront property in Minnesota to sell you.
Huh?
You want to make this quick?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, let's just move on to then.
focusing on the playoffs. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Matt lamented on his choices, but in the end, even if he had played Daniel Jones, who would have gotten him 20.76, and Brandon Ayuk, who would have gotten him 13.1, he would have been closer to Austin, but you still wouldn't have beat Austin. So it was a coulda, shoulda, woulda, but the result was predestined in the stars. Austin could have beat you even more, though, if he had played Jahan Dotson, who is a wide receiver for the Commanders. He had 19.6 points. And Carson won, but he also had DJ Moore on his bench with 20.1. So he's maybe has to make some changes this week. So we'll see what happens.
And with that said, let's move on to our
Booms, bust, big outs.
He's invested.
Yeah, you can tell.
What does it even invested mean?
You care what's happening. All right. Your boom quarterback of the week was Dak Prescott with 27.98. Your boom running back of the week, much to Matthew's hatred, was Cam Akers with 37.7. Who saw that coming?
Apparently all the Rams had to do was
I bet
legitimately
the director saw
remove
that
the only other
coming.
good running back they had on their team for Cam Akers to realize that, hey, I can play football now.
The
I think
director
he
saw
likes-
that coming.
The director saw that coming?
The
You
director
did?
saw that
Oh,
coming.
our
Or
trooper
the
did.
trooper did.
Okay.
This director,
This director.
who has a scar.
He has a scratch on his nose, but it is getting much better.
The cat, I'm sure, doesn't like that.
Your boom wide receiver of the week was CeeDee Lamb with 37 points.
wait.
And your boom tight end of the week was TJ Hawkinson with 38.9. In Minnesota's continuing annoyance of all of the rest of us that don't like Minnesota. And your boom defense of the week was also the Rams. They got a losing record and they're not making the playoffs, but by God, they're gonna
ruin some fantasy football
we're
hopes,
gonna
aren't they?
play some last minute spoilers here. So those were your booms. Bus, a draft strategy brought to you by Matthew Klotz.
Well, you know, as the old saying goes, you can't win your draft on your first pick, but you can certainly lose it. And that is a strategy that, well, defined my season. My first two picks of the season were Alvin Kamara and Leonard Fournette, respectively. And neither of those two jokers did anything of note this year. Neither is going to finish in the top 20 of running backs. Kamara might. He might be within the top 20 now, but he's certainly not going to be a top 10 running back. And Fournette has fallen off the map. So when you mess up your first two picks, you're really kind of hampering yourself and you're not going to be able to do much. I was very fortunate to make it into the playoffs by the skin of my teeth. But at the end, I just did not have the team this year to make it happen. So I'm going to carry that into next year, and we'll see what happens. Maybe different results.
And you don't want to give away all of your draft secrets, but we have talked about the difference between your draft and Austin's draft.
We've said too much.
Okay.
Later, Big Z.
Later what?
Nothing.
Later, Big Z?
I didn't say that.
Okay, moving on to the final part of this.
Big outs. Again, we focused on the championship, and Carson cannot catch a break. Derrick Henry, King Henry, after his namesake, is not going to play this week with a hip injury, and that is a lot of points for Carson that he probably will not have, that he might need to beat the behemoth that is Austin's team.
It kind of feels a little anticlimactic. We hope that Carson has a really good showing so that at least it's fun for everybody.
Austin will not be the first two-time winner, as Michaela has that honor. But he would be the second two-time winner. And that's still 2 more wins than Jameson has.
Heck, that's even 1 more win than Jameson has.
So that's something.
Technically, we've got more wins combined.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't even need to combine them. We have more wins.
We just need to. We just have to have
One
that.
of these years, Jameson's going to get one of those ornaments he can make for himself.
Yeah, for
And
himself.
he'll make it a whole lot nicer than the other ones. He'll put a lot of extra love and time into it.
You can cut it out.
Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties.
Wow, I was trying to-
Technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
So that, of course, brings us to this
Week's matchups.
As we have said multiple
I was
times,
going to say, this is a pretty simple one.
Devontae and Fernjo versus King Henry for the championship.
For the trophy, yes.
The consolation prize, which is nothing but a big ol' high five,
I haven't won
Thank
it.
you,
Yes,
Adam.
yes.
is Soldier Field versus Breeze is the word. The other games
Of note,
of note is I Gotta Win versus What the Heckler, Chicago Mama Bear versus Stafford Infection, Taylor Made versus Herbert's Heroes, and Lamar Lemarier versus the INF Krakens.
hopefully the couple in Tennessee doesn't allow this final game to really mean anything for them.
Yeah.
But that is the one connection of note in these final games.
All right. That leads us to the last and best segment of the season.
What is it?
Alan
Says. All right.
All right, Alan says, who's gonna win?
No, hold on. We should start with the other ones, and then the final one will
I
be.
was only gonna have him.
You can only have them do the championship.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is easy then, bud. You only got one game to pick. Devontae's and Fernjo. Oh, this is okay.
King
Hold on.
Henry.
Let's. This is big. This is big.
Devontae's and
This is
Fernjo versus King Henry.
Who's gonna win?
Devontae's and Fernjo because more wins.
Yeah. It's probably a good guess.
Yes, the name that we just
Hated.
sincerely hated
All year is gonna be on the trophy.
is gonna be on the trophy.
Hate.
And now that I think about it, Austin's other name was really bad too. Do you remember it?
Rulio Connection.
Yes.
Well, I didn't think Rulio Connection was so bad.
No,
other than I
Field-
hate Matt Ryan.
Fields of Dreams was his last name.
No. The last time he won a championship.
Oh.
He had a team with Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. That was the year that Mommy's...
Oh no, his.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Yes. All right, so now we've got the games of note in NFL time.
Let me read them.
Okay.
Come on.
The final one's down here.
Thursday.
Don't cover your face.
Thursday is Cowboys at Titans. Sunday night football is Steelers at Ravens. And Monday night football, Bills at Bengals.
That should be one heck of a game.
Finally, some good primetime football.
Y'all.
Feels like we've been getting nothing but poop games for most of the season,
Yeah.
especially
Hey, they're
on
not
Thursday.
games.
Especially on Thursdays.
Yeah, they've been bad games. on
Amazon decided to
Thursdays.
take over Monday or Thursday night football.
I mean, Thursday's
and the
not going to
schedule
be very
with-
good.
Alan, do you want to show him your pillow that you got?
Look at one of the things Alan got for Christmas.
Yes!
He's super happy about it.
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh, hey, go grab your other thing over here. We've had a Michael Jordan type Christmas. No, your thing. The box on the floor. The box on the floor to the right.
We did have a Michael Jordan.
We did have a Michael Jordan Christmas. The boy got his first pair of Air Jordans. And which ones did he get?
Blue!
And they're tie-ons.
Air Jordan 1s in royal blue.
Which I'm not good at tying.
Well,
we're gonna work on
Hey,
it.
guess what? These are the best shoes to learn how to tie.
What? How are they the best?
Because these are awesome shoes.
Yes.
And they were the first shoe ever worn by the most awesome player in the NBA
Michael
ever.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Hero of Space Jam.
Now.
All right, so.
All right, that's it for the year. No, not yet, Alan.
No, Alan, get back here. We're not done quite yet.
That is it for the year
I'm just staying here.
2022. No, come here.
You gotta sit here and we gotta say goodbye, everybody.
That is it for the year of 2022.
Yep.
When you next speak to us, it will be 2023.
And we'll have announced and we'll know last year's champion, this year's champion. And, it'll just be a nice little remembrance episode. Hopefully we'll have some fun things to show you from this last year. And if you've got any memories or anything that you want to add to this year as far as a video or a small little snippet of yourselves, feel free to send those in and we'll try and incorporate those into next week's episode. But it's been a great season, everybody. We're really sad to see it go. No, we're not. I hate doing these videos.
Me too.
I don't hate doing the videos. It's a lot of work to edit these videos. It is. It's a lot of work. So
I don't hate the videos either, but this is the one day I hit the video because I have a headache.
Thought you didn't have
okay, he's playing hurt.
Yeah.
So
Hey!
thank you, everybody. I hope you had a marvelous holiday season. Have a wonderful new year, and we will see you in 2023.
Bye!
Bye. Bye. One more angry stomp to the camera.